Okay, grabbing your handle straps. There are no buttons in. Stepping in the middle of the motor, and you're in a lunge position, even working your balance, just getting into that. Lunge position, getting that front knee over the front ankle. And what you're gonna do is, this is about your right side. So you're gonna pull the right arm in, rotate and reach behind you. Bring the right arm in, rotate forward. So we're doing this opening up of the spine, and you're rotating, letting your pelvis also rotate. So it's a full rotation. Pelvis and spine rotate, open to the right. So this is actually the same movement if you were doing a clamshell on the ground. We're rotating your pelvis around your femur here. And when you're lying on your side, you're rotating your femur in your pelvis. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And now bring your arms forward. Reach down, straighten your legs. It's already kind of a lot in that hip, that left hip. Okay, you're gonna come forward again. Now this is the time, if the balance on the roller is too much, you'll step off. You turn out. Your front knee, your left knee is still facing forward. You turn out, you lean forward. You're gonna come up, lower down in your turnout. So your right hip should be up towards the ceiling. As you come up, you rotate, come up, rotate back to center, rotate the hip, stand up, stand down, rotate to center, and up. Good. Back down, rotate to center, rotate the pelvis, come up, step down, rotate to square. Last one, rotate the pelvis, step up, lower down, rotate to center. Left foot is still on the motor. Bring both feet on. Left foot is in front, right foot is in back. Now, you're going to sit back, stick your tailbone out, sit back and into the right foot, your back foot, and press into the heel. Try and get all the weight in that heel. Get your right knee over your right ankle. And you're hinged forward. You open your arms out to the side. Open. Open. Good. Emily, hinge forward more if you can, sticking your butt out. Yes. And remember, everybody, you hinge from the pelvis, not from your back. Kathy, can you get more weight shifting back into your back foot's heel? Into your right heel. Shift your whole weight back. Almost straightening your front leg. For 3, for 2, for 1. Reach the arms forward, stand up tall. Both legs are straight. And just roll your shoulders here. Roll, roll. And then roll the other direction. Turn your palms to face forward, and you're going to bend and straighten your elbows for a bicep curl. Bicep curl. Good. Yeah. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, hinge forward. Place the left strap back in the home position and let it go. Rotate to face, square off, and you're going to switch the strap to your left hand. Your left side should be closest to the arm bar. Left hand is holding the strap. The strap should be in front of you now. And now from here, just do another bicep curl. Bicep curl. Good. You should be on the arches of your feet. So we're kind of creating an arch, working that dome. And so now, as you lower your arm down, you're going to squat down. And then as you stand up, you bicep curl up. Lower down, stand up. So if you're having problems with balance on this, widen your feet. Give yourself a wider base. Lower down, stand up. 3 more. 3. Keep going for 2. Last one. Now, stand up tall. Elbow is bent. You're going to side bend and reach that left arm up and over. Bend the elbow to lower back down. Side bend, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Reach up. Really check in with your pelvis here. Don't let the hips move. This is your torso drawing down. You're pushing from your obliques up and over, then draw back down. Push up and over, draw back down. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and come back up. Now you're going to turn to face the back of your motor. Left hand still has the strap. Now your right foot is in front, left foot is in back. You're going to hinge forward. Reach your right arm forward. Draw your shoulder blades down. Float your left leg back behind you. So you're in this watchdog position. Float that left leg. Now reach the left arm forward. Find your balance. Lower the left arm down. Reach the left arm forward. Lower the left arm down. Reach that left arm forward. So if this balance is too much, you just lower that left leg back down and you can just float it up when you're ready. We're just doing the shoulder flexion, off balance, good. For 2, last one, lower the foot down, stack up tall, round the shoulders forward and back. Okay, you're gonna step off the motor, place the strap back in. You have your back to your arm bar. You're gonna sit at the front of your motor and lie down on your back. You're going to be lying down with your head towards the arm bar. And then you're bringing your hands, both hands into the strap. We're keeping it light. If you want to put in an extra button, you can. Realize that will challenge your shoulders and your neck for our crunches. So just be aware of that. If it gets into the neck, you need to bring the weight out. Okay. Now bring the hands towards the ceiling. Then lower them slightly below the shoulders. Lower the arms down towards the mat. Bring the arms back up. Lower the arms towards the mat and curl up. Lower back down. Now here, all of you have heard me talk about that triangle. There's the line from across your hip bones. Keep everybody else, keep lowering your arms down to your side and curl up as I'm talking here. As you do this, pull that whole part, the lower portion of your pelvis, your core, that triangle that you make, down to imprint your sacrum. That triangle being a line from across your ASIS down to your pubic bone. As you crunch up, pull that triangle down and then curl back. 2 more, and then we're going to pause curled up. This is 1. And on this one, you're going to curl up and hold. Draw that triangle down. Feel how your whole core gets active. Now, bring your left leg to tabletop. Bend your elbows. Straighten the left leg, straighten the arms. Bend the elbows back in. Straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Bend them back in. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep the arms straight, bend the knee, lower the head and shoulders, open the arms out to the side. Good, bring the arms back into your side so that your arms stay parallel to the ground. Opening and closing those arms. Now keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and you're not turning your palm to face the ceiling, you're just slightly rotating so your pinky leads the movement. Not by completely, you still want the palm facing towards your midline, but it's just rotated up a little bit towards the ceiling. Now add in an ab curl. As you bring your arms in, you curl up. Now, as you bring your arms in and curl up, bring your left leg to tabletop. Then place the foot back down as you lower the head and shoulders and open the arm. As you bring your arms in, you're alternating these marches of you bring one leg up to tabletop. You curl up and bring the arms in. Let's do 2 more on each side. Starting here, a leg draws to tabletop as you curl up and bring the arms in. That's 1, 1, 2, 2. Keep the arms in at your side. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Place your feet back down. Both feet are on the ground. Your head and shoulders are lifted. Draw that triangle down. Now, everyone, feel the ribs. You want to wrap from the motor underneath you. Wrap from around the spine, your core, to come up to your belly button and pull down. Palms are going to be facing the ground. Bring your right leg to tabletop. Bend your elbows. As you straighten your arms, you're going to straighten your legs. Your elbows are bending and straightening, and you're straightening and bending your right leg. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. At any point it gets too much for your neck, you rest the head and shoulders. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the elbows, bend the knee. Lower the head and shoulders. Place the feet down. Place the straps back in the pegs. Round your shoulders forward and back. Open and close the hips. Making sure you keep those joints loose and active. You're not crimping the shoulders up into the ears, and you're not drawing that femur in to your pelvis. Now, you're just going to roll off the motor. Does not matter which side. And you're going to come up to a sitting position facing your arm bar. You want to be facing your arm bar, sitting on the motor. You want to have slightly more than a hand's width between you and the edge of your motor. I'm going to put in 1 button. We're going to be challenging shoulders a little bit here. Oh, I think I froze on y'all. Hopefully you can still hear me. Sitting up tall, you're going to straighten those arms straight out in front of you. Roll into your C curve and hold. So we're going to be doing arm work. It's going to be a longer, slower series. So realize that you can change at any point. We're doing slow reps here. Slow reps. Bend the elbows, straighten the elbows. So it's like a 2 count to bend in, a 2 count to straighten, 2 count to bend in, 2 count to straighten. Good. Cam, bring your elbows a little bit more narrow, not so wide. Bring them a little closer into your body. And now everybody, you want to make sure that your shoulders are lifted and supported from underneath the armpits. So your shoulder blades draw down. That actually gives you more support in the shoulder joint. Now, if this is getting into your neck, make sure your forward chin is controlled. You want to draw the head back so the ears are behind the shoulders. And yeah, bring your chin down now, Patricia. Good, just like that. Now, everybody, you're going to pause with your elbows bent. Elbows are bent. Tilt that pubic bone more, rolling back deeper. Good. Hold here. Now, you're just going to straighten your right knee. Your knees still are side by side. And then bend the right knee. Straighten the left knee. Knees stay side by side. So we're just doing knee extension. Draw that triangle down. Find your stability in the shoulders and in the hips. Relax the neck. We're just alternating knee extensions. The hip is just isolating to hold this position. The quads are just straightening that knee. 1 more on each side. 1. 1. Place both feet down. Roll all the way up. Straighten those arms. Stack up tall. If you need to change your buttons here, go ahead. And sitting up tall. Pinch your shoulder blades together slightly. Pull the arms behind you. Let them come forward. Pull the arms behind you. Let them come forward. Pull back and forward. So another thing, if sitting on the motor is too uncomfortable, you can roll up your silver pad and sit up higher with a thicker cushion, or you can even grab a pillow and sit on that pillow. Just know that it will also challenge your stability a little bit more with more cushion. Okay, now on this one, you're going to pause with the arms behind you. Hinge forward and hold. Now everybody, when you've hinged forward, push your heart forward. That's going to put you into some slight extension of the spine. Bend and straighten the elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep those arms behind you. Extend that heart again. Push your fingertips towards the wall behind you. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Open and close your arms like you're making a snow angel. Open and close. The handles move, but you shouldn't get more or less tension in your ropes. For 3, For 2. Last one, reach the arms forward, place the straps back in, shake it all out. Okay, let's go ahead. You're gonna, with the straps back in, you're gonna place your feet in the straps. I still have one button in, you can take that button out now. We're gonna be doing some plank work. So you're gonna put both feet in the straps. Now with both feet in the straps, you have to hold the motor in place when you stand up and bring the knees behind you, otherwise it will move. So you're gonna bring the knees behind you. Now from this position, you're gonna either keep your wrists up against the armbar or you drop down to your elbows and bring your biceps up against the armbar. You find the position that works for you. So once you have your placement here, underneath the armbar, you're not on the armbar. You straighten one leg back, then your other leg back and find your plank. So we're in a plank here. Holding. Now, pull the shoulder blades away from the ears and then push away from the ground. You should see your back. You push further away from the ground. Your shoulder blades are now underneath the armpits. Squeeze your glutes. Now you're gonna bend just the right knee, in and out. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down and hold. Pike your hips up into a downward dog. And then lower back down into your plank. Activate those glutes. Separate the shoulder blades. Bend and straighten the left knee. Take a break whenever you need to. If you're on your forearms, the same thing. You bend in and out. On your forearms, you have to do slight turnout just so that your knee doesn't hit the ground. For 3, 2, 1. Now everybody, you lower down to your knees. Stack back up. You put your hands onto the arm bar and push back into a child's pose. Now, we're gonna just bring your left knee onto the motor. Your hands are coming onto the arm bar. And you're gonna come up into this all fours position-ish. Your right leg is straight. Your hands are on the arm bar. Both feet are still in straps. Now I use the top of my foot to kind of gently hug the end of the motor, but try to relax that leg that's on the motor so the bones can just sink into the foam roller. And now float your right leg. We're gonna open and close, open and close. Keep that pressure evenly pressing through both hands. You're just opening and closing the leg that has the strap, that right foot. For 5, 4, check to try to make sure you're not leaning to the outside of that left leg. For 3, for 2, 1, bring the leg back to center. You're gonna bend your knee in, press it out. Bend the knee in, press back out. Bend the knee in. So familiar movement, we just did this in the plank. Now you're gonna keep the leg straight back behind you and hold. Bend the knee, the bottom of the foot goes towards the ceiling. Good, footprint on the ceiling 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Straighten that leg straight back behind you. Your foot should still be lifted towards the ceiling. 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in. You're going to switch which knee is on the roller. So now the right knee is going to come onto the roller. Left leg comes off. I'll let you get that switch going. And once you have that leg switched, you're going to keep your hands on and then float the left leg up. And let's open and close the left leg. Good. Open and close. Emily, see if you can extend your low back. Remember, like on the core line, you want to extend and hinge from those hips. Extend, open, and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, bring that foot back to center. Now bend the left knee in and push the left leg back behind you. Try to relax that right leg that is on the roller to let the bones stabilize you. As soon as you clench in that right leg, your muscles are going to tighten, and all of a sudden you're going to have a harder time stabilizing into the motor. Now keep that left leg straight back behind you and hold. And now from here, you're going to bend that left knee, bottom of the foot goes towards the ceiling. Footprint on the ceiling 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the foot and hold. Straighten that leg straight back behind you. It's still lifted. 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee in. You're going to place that foot down on the ground. Bring that foot out of the strap. And then you're going to bring your other foot out of your strap. Good job, everybody. Shake it all out. You can come back down to a sitting position facing your motor arm bar, facing your motor arm bar. You want, again, a little bit, actually, instead of a hand's width, go to a hand's length. A hand's length between you and the edge of your motor. I've put in a button. I'm going to put in a second button now. We're going to challenge the shoulders. If that last one felt like a challenge, keep your strength, keep your buttons in at that position, but go for your max load for your arms here. And you can change halfway through at any point. Just realize that. It's going to be slow, long reps, working our flexors and working our shoulder flexors as well as our elbow flexors. Arms straight out in front of you. Roll back into that C curve, and it's going to be a deep C curve. You want to get your sacrum fully imprinted onto the mat or onto the roller. That's why we have a longer distance. Keep your arms up in line with the shoulders. Now, everyone, pull your shoulder blades down and bring your ears back. Slow 10 count. Palms are facing the ceiling. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows are bent, making a 90-degree angle. Everyone check here. Make sure your elbows are not wide. Draw them in line with your shoulders. Now, we're going to lift your elbows towards the ceiling. Don't straighten your arms. Lift your elbows up. Lower them back down. Lift your elbows up. Lower back down. Lift up. Now, at any point, this gets to be too much for the core or the back. You just come up and you do this from an upright position. Otherwise, get deep into that core. I lost count. No big surprise there. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Pause at the elbows in line with the shoulders. Slow 10 count to straighten the arms in front of you. 10, 9, straightening those elbows straight out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Slow 10 count to roll all the way up. 10, 9. Watch the neck. 8. Get this from the lower upper abs are coming up. 6. To bring those lower abdominals stacking up. For 3, for 2, for 1. And hinge forward. Get a stretch for your back. Round the shoulders forward and back. Okay, stack back up tall. Now, instead of rolling back into the C curve, you're up on your sit bones. You're in a neutral spine. You lift your arms straight out in front of you. And now hinge back. You keep a straight back. Your pubic bones pushing towards the ground. Slow 10 count. You lean back as far as you can while keeping that straight back. Slow 10 count to bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Draw the shoulder blades down. 10, 9. Palms are facing each other. So it's a different elbow flexor that we're focusing on here. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hold. Now it's going to be an open your arms out to the side, moving your elbows and your wrists together. Say wrists with meaning plural, and it's a lot of S's. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Wrists and elbows opening together. For 5, 4, 3. You want to challenge yourself every time you open your arms, say wrists. 2, keep your arms open. Draw your shoulder blades down and hold for 5. Keep the pubic bone pushing towards the ground. 4, 3, 2. Bring your elbows back to center, stack back up, straighten those arms, let go of the straps, round your shoulders forward and back. Send your ears side to side to make sure we get your neck flexors to relax a bit. Good. Okay, take out a button on each side. And we're going back to where we started. So I'm just gonna flip my motor so that the arm bar is on the other side. We're going back to the beginning. We gotta work our other side like when we started. So now the right foot is gonna be on the motor. The left foot is gonna be back into a lunge. I also made the arm bar heavier. So it's gonna be a heavier load for that left shoulder. Okay. Make sure your arm bar is parallel to the ground. Yep. Right foot on. Hinge forward. Right foot's in the center. Left foot's back into a lunge. And we're going to add that whole rotation of the pelvis. Rotate and reach behind you. Rotate back to center. Left arm pulls in, you rotate the torso, rotate the pelvis, rotate back to center. Rotate. We're not lifting the leg up yet. We're just keeping it into that lunge. Yeah, good. Now, if this heavier weight is too much in shoulders, take the button out. Don't compromise all that stability that we've just created in the shoulders. Good. 2 more. 1, 2. Now rotate back to center. Now we're just rotating the torso and the hips. Then rotate back to center. The torso and the hips, your arms are staying a part of this by the shoulders drawing back, but you're not straightening your arm behind you. Your shoulders are still rotating. You still get that work in this rotation. Now we're going to add in a step up. Rotate your torso, rotate your hips. Step up, lower down, rotate to center. Rotate the pelvis and torso. Step up and hold, lower down, rotate to center. Rotate the pelvis, rotate the torso. Step up, lower down. Good. Rotate back to center. Rotate everything. Step up. Wah! Lower down, hopefully don't fall off. Rotate back to center. Last 2. Rotate everything. Step up. Lower down. Rotate to center. Last 1. Rotate everything. Step up. Lower down. Rotate back to center. Now you're going to bring your right foot's in front. Left foot's in back. Stand on the motor. Turn your palms to face forward. And let's bend and straighten the elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten your arms down. Shift your weight into your back leg, your left leg. You're going to hinge forward, stick your butt out behind you, and lower down into a squat, a single leg squat as much as you can. All of your weight should be in your back leg. It's so much that you float your right leg up, your front leg in front if you need to. So all that weight's back. You're pushing your pelvis back. You're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack up tall. You're going to hinge forward. Place the right strap back in the home position. Bring the right hand into the left strap and rotate on the motor. So you're now facing, your right side is closest to the arm bar. Same, but different. Okay, now just bend and straighten your elbows here. Yeah, just a single arm bicep. Pretty cool, I think at least. Okay, now we're gonna add in a squat. As you lower your arm, you lower your leg. As you stand up, you bicep curl up. Squat down, stand up. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, switch to the balls of your feet and add in a calf raise. As you lower down, you drop your heels. As you stand up, you rise up. That's if you want to challenge yourself. It's kind of crazy. You'll work your balance a lot more. Good, Cam. Good, save. Yes, everyone. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Now, lower your arm down. Turn so that your back is to the arm bar. You're still on the motor. You're going to hinge forward. Reach your left arm forward without the strap. Float your right leg into the air behind you. Now reach that right arm forward. Lower it back down. Reach that right arm forward. Lower it back down. You can always lower that right leg, or you can float it up. Find your balance here. The heavier weight is much more challenging. For 3, for 2, last 1. Hold, lower both arms down, stack up tall. You're going to take one foot off, then the other foot off. Place the strap back in, shake everything out. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to do something a little different, as if this whole class hasn't been a little different. You're going to take your arm bar out of your roller. Take the arm bar out of the roller and place it aside. Put your lid back in on top, and now get rid of your blocks. So all you have now is a foam roller. It's a functioning foam roller. Yay. So now you're going to be lying on your back, and you're going to place your feet on the foam roller. It's going to be long ways. I'm going to lie on my back and place my feet on the foam roller. Okay, now you should be able to straighten your legs, and that foam roller comes onto your calf, and then bend your knees, drawing the foam roller in, and you're back onto the balls of the feet. Straighten and bend. Good. So yeah, just pushing the foam roller in and out. Easy enough, right? So get familiar with this motion, because now bend your knees, bringing the foam roller underneath your feet. Lift your hips up. You're in a bridge now. Good, and you're holding this bridge. Same thing. Straighten those legs as straight as you can without lowering your hips. Bend the knees back in. Hips are lifted. You straighten the legs, you bend them. You straighten, you bend. Now, if this causes your calves and your hamstrings to cramp too much, you bring your feet off and you're going to do, or you bring the roller in and you march instead. But we're going to just do 3 more knee extensions. For 3, draw it in. For 2, draw it in. Last one, draw it in. Lower your hips down. Straight, and bring the foam roller all the way in to underneath your thut, and rest your hips, rest your thut on that roller. Then you're just going to lift your hips up into that bridge again. Now your legs are floating and your hips are, your hamstrings are pushing into the roller. So your hips are lifted, your legs are lifted. Good. And now just lower back down. Just put a little bit of pressure kind of on that insertion point. Now you push the roller back underneath the feet for your bridges. Same, but different. Press into your feet to lift your hips up. Straighten your left leg straight out in front of you and hold. Hold. Now you can either keep it here or straighten that right leg. Bend it back in. Single leg knee extensions. Last 2. 1, 2. Bend it in. Place both feet down. Keep your hips lifted. Both feet are on the roller. Now straighten your right leg. You can either hold this here, or you're going to bend and straighten that left knee, pushing the roller away from you. Bend it back in. Push it away. Bend it in. Push away. Bend it in. Last one, push away. Bend in. Place both feet on. Lower the hips down. Let your legs rest over the motor, kind of right underneath the knees. Reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades down. Look down the nose. Roll the spine all the way up. You're sitting up on your sits bones. The roller is underneath your knees. Place your hands behind you. Lift your hips up, and now place your hamstrings on the roller and start rolling out your hamstrings. You're just getting that roll for the hamstrings to give yourself, you just work them quite a bit. You can exaggerate the pressure by lifting one leg off and rotating the hip towards the ceiling. Good. And then do the other side. We're just rolling out those, any cramps that happened. Okay. Now, same but different. Roll onto your stomach and place the roller underneath your ankles, kind of right above your shins. Well, right above your ankle on your shins. Two ways to do this. We're doing plank pikes. You can do this on your forearms, and you'll be piking up like so, or you can do this on your hands, piking up like so. Find what works for you. I'm going to do mine on my hands. Everyone else, you can do it on your forearms or on your hands. My toes are pointed. It's right above my ankles on my shin bone. The roller is. You're going to straighten your legs and come into your plank. Now, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Let it come towards your toes. If you need to transfer where the roller is on your feet, that's fine. You pike up. You lower down. Pike up. Lower down. 3 more. Pike up. Lower down. Pike up. Lower down. Nice job, Kathy. Pike up. Lower down. Last one. Pike up. Lower down. Bend your knees. Bring your feet off the roller. Turn to lie on your stomach with your hands on the roller. So we're utilizing the foam roller. So your hands are going to be on the roller. You're on your stomach. And now we're going to get a little bit more mobility for our extension. You're going to lift your head, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades down. The roller comes in towards you. Then you drop your belly button down, bottom of the ribs, then your sternum, and the roller moves higher up on your forearms. Then you pull the roller in as you come up. Only come up as high as feels comfortable. Now everyone, check in with your shoulders. Pull them down. Push into the pinky side of your hand. Then roll down. Draw the shoulder blades down. Lift the head, lift the chest, coming all the way up. And then lower back down. Last one. Lift the head, lift the chest, coming all the way up. Lower back down. And then you're just going to push the roller away from you. Push back into your child's pose. And then come up, grab your arm bar. Hopefully you didn't put it too far away from you. So if anyone's knees are hurting them, they're going to go to a standing position and be into a split position. If your knees are hurting you, go ahead and stand and go into a split position. With your right leg in front, left leg in back. Good. Now, everybody else, you're on the ground here, and you're going to bring your right leg in front, left leg in back. Cam, go ahead and go into a forward knee lunge bend. Your right knee is going to be bent. Yep. And if you can bend your left knee towards the ground, great. Otherwise, just stay in that single leg bend. Everybody else, you're coming up to a 90-90 lunge. Good. If your knees are hurting, you just straighten your back knee. That front knee is going to be bent no matter what. Push into the heel of that front knee, your right leg. Push into the heel, get the glute to fire. Now rotate your torso towards that front right knee. Rotate, center, rotate, center, rotate, center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back to center and hold. Now, hinge forward, straightening your back knee. Everyone's got their back knee straight and you're hinged forward. Now you're going to float that back leg up. Your elbows are bent. Now push the arms forward, bend them back in. Push the arms forward, bend them back in. Push forward, back in. Push forward, back in. 3 more. This is 3, 2, 1. And bend that front knee to place the back foot on the ground. If your knee is hurting, you're just going to bring your legs together. Otherwise, bend your knee back down. If your knees are hurting, bring your legs together. And then we're going to switch what foot's in front. Now, left foot comes forward. Tuck the toes. Bend your front knee and keep your back leg straight if your knees are hurting. Otherwise, come up to your 90-90 lunge. If you're standing and you can hold the 90-90 lunge, great. Now rotate towards that front knee. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. And get this rotation to happen in the torso. The hips stay still. Feel the obliques pushing into that strap for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last 1. Rotate to center. Now you're going to come up, straighten your back leg, hinge forward, and float up into your arabesque. Good. Now push the arms forward. Whoa, bend them back in. Push the arms forward, bend them back in. Find the stability in that left hip. Push forward, back in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Stand up tall. Place the foot down, lower the arms down, bring the strap all the way to the ground, bring your feet out of the straps. Shake it all out. You're going to inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, send your arms out to the side to make a T. Bring your left arm in front, right arm overhead, side bend. Now from this side bend, you're going to roll through flexion in the front. To come up, both arms are going to reach towards the ground. Then your left arm comes overhead, right arm comes in front, and you're side bending to the right. And then draw your ribs back up. Arms come back out to the side. Side bend the same direction. Left arm overhead, right arm in front. Side bend. Roll through the front, roll through that flexion. Both arms reach towards the ground. Now right arm comes overhead, left arm in front. And then draw your ribs up to come all the way up. Shake it all out. And we are done. Happy Friday, y'all.